At 5 tonight, I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney is on assignment. We start tonight with a look at the incoming snowstorm. Several inches of snow are expected to fall across the inland Northwest overnight. We have complete KREM 2 team coverage tonight. Our Shannon Mowdy is in North Idaho, where the bitter cold led to several burst pipes impacting several schools and businesses. Kyle Simchuk checked in with the transportation officials in Washington on what they are doing to prepare for the storm. But we start with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who is tracking when the snow arrives and how much we are expecting. Jeremy?
Well, when it comes to the overall storm, it starts tonight. Seriously. And with temperatures as cold as they've been and the way this storm moves in, it is going to be a lighter, fluffier snow than what we've seen in recent systems. We still sit in the teens, believe it or not, so quite a bit warmer than where we've been, but that's ahead of our next round of snow. That snow starts overnight, and it's going to come down hard enough that we have widespread winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings, even including places like Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, where we're expecting more than a half a foot of snow. That is already starting to creep its way into places like Portland, and it continues to move into the Cascades. We'll see it trek its way across the state overnight, and by the middle of the night, snow is flying here in Spokane and over in Coeur d'Alene, and it just continues to fall. Tomorrow morning, there is a moment where we're going to kind of have it starting and stopping. Not fully stopping, but kind of waning a little bit. Then it cranks back up. By the middle of the day tomorrow, we are in some of the heaviest snow of this entire event. It looks like it winds down by about 6 p.m. and then moves out of the region. I know that's not a lot of duration, kind of 18 hours of potential snow, but in that 18 hours, we're talking significant snowfall amounts. 6 to 9 inches here in Spokane, 9 to 12 in Coeur d'Alene. More than a foot of snow in Sandpoint and St. Mary's. Down in Pullman and Moscow, more than a half a foot expected there. Central Washington, a few inches on the ground. This is the most widespread and impactful snow we have seen so far this season. Temperatures stay a little bit cool the next couple of days. Not quite as cold as we were this past weekend, but by the weekend, we're turning a corner and rain makes its way back into the forecast.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast. Meantime, KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy continues our team coverage. She is checking in with one North Idaho business flooded by broken pipes during the Arctic freeze. Shannon?
Well, you can see the damage before you even step inside Heat Praxia here in downtown Coeur d'Alene. Let me show you. We have these iced over frozen mats and some water damage on the windows, but it's what's behind these doors that may mean this business is shut down for some time.
Plunge culture to
it was an escape from reality.
You know, you have the misfortune of something like this happening.
But Tuesday, as Joe Cruz opens up Coeur d'Alene's Heat Praxia, reality's hitting hard.
All right.
This is how the 2-year-old business looks after a pipe burst Saturday.
Well, yeah, walking up, it looked like a steam room. It was hot water actually coming down. And so, yeah, when you walked in, it was just like, you know, like you're at a water park. Water just pouring down like a shower.
Taking the healing heat of the saunas into a cold plunge. Other shops in the historic downtown Coeur d'Alene building also had damage, but Cruz says Heat Praxia took the brunt.
Getting ready to grow and scale, and overnight it's all kind of taken away and set us a lot of steps backwards.
And now this small business's future is foggy. Some clients are still paying on their accounts, Cruz says, in hopes the shop will remodel or rebuild elsewhere. They're waiting to see what insurance could cover, but the reality is a ceiling-to-floor fix that may mean a long break.
It's only a couple of days fresh, but yeah, it's definitely painful. Serving a community that needs this type of natural wellness, and to just have it strip away is like, totally sucks. It totally sucks, so.
And we will have a link to Heat Praxia's Instagram account at KREM.com. That's where they're going to keep their customers updated on their progress and what's going on, as well as provide some information on how you can help them. In Coeur d'Alene, Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. Well, our forecast is warming up a bit, but that hasn't prevented problems for homes, businesses, and several schools across North Idaho. Several schools are closed from water damage. Fernand STEM Academy is just one of those schools on an extended break because of a break in their water main. Coeur d'Alene School District says a boiler went down last night, allowing pipes to freeze and then burst.
For several hours, it dumped water into the building. When our custodian got here about 5 o'clock, he found about 2 inches of water on the floor over about a third of the building.
In Rathdrum, North Idaho STEM Charter Academy also flooded with nearly an inch of water. That was due to a fire sprinkler breaking overnight. And with several inches of snow on the way, parents will be watching their phones tomorrow morning for any news on school cancellations or delays. There are no snow-related changes right now, but here is how Spokane Public Schools goes about making that decision. The district has a weather alert team, which includes district leaders and transportation officials. Starting at 3:45 in the morning, they'll start driving streets in Spokane. So they're looking at the current road conditions, but also trying to anticipate how the roads could look in several hours. At 4:30 a.m., the weather alert team meets to discuss the forecast and the conditions, and the superintendent then ultimately makes the call about whether to keep schools open or if there is a need for a delay or cancellation. SPS said it'll alert parents to any changes by 6 a.m. tomorrow. And we just learned that all Spokane Community College campuses will close tomorrow due to the incoming storm. That includes district offices. We also learned that all Coeur d'Alene public schools will also close tomorrow. We'll have a list of any school delays and closures on our website. That's KREM.com. And our KREM 2 coverage continues with our KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk, who checked in with how road crews are gearing up for the winter blast. Kyle?
Well, yeah, Mark, consider this the calm before the storm. We're just outside the KREM 2 studios here on Regal. Roads are absolutely fine right now, but that will likely be a different story just a few hours from now. Road crews with the city, county, and state say that they're preparing for however much snow may fall during the next 24 hours. The city of Spokane says crews are fine-tuning equipment and topping off supplies at satellite locations around the city so that plow crews don't have to drive far to refill on sand or de-icer. Now, WashDOT tells us their plows will be on state roads 24 hours a day clearing snow, and they're asking drivers to avoid travel, especially over the mountain passes if possible. But if you do have somewhere to go, WashDOT says leave your home prepared.
Even a cell phone charger, having that in your vehicle is probably pretty critical. If you were to get trapped, having the ability to be able to make a phone call, enough gas is probably the second thing that I would tell drivers. We saw that last weekend near the Vantage Bridge, where we had semi trucks get stuck and block the roadway, not allowing people to pass. Having enough gas in your vehicle is pretty critical.
Good advice, good reminders there. We also received an update from Spokane County. They say that their road crews are ready to plow 5,100 lane miles, which is the largest unincorporated road system in the entire state. Spokane County says depending on how much snow we get, it could take several days to clear those main arterials and emergency routes. For now, reporting live in Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. And a good reminder for drivers, be careful when driving near those snow plows. If you see a plow on the road, remember to give them plenty of room. You should also avoid passing or tailgating them. And watch out for that cloud of snow or the water spray the plows create, because that could block your own view of the roads.